I said, what if I looked around at everything with love? What if I heard? What if I gave? What if my hand reached out to everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. And I know the first step begins within me. What if I felt perfectly whole? What if my heart opened to everything with love? What if I knew only the truth? What if my mind accepted everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. Oh, Mother, Father, Spirit, guide us from above. Our sons and daughters look to us to show them love. Come, sisters, brothers, let's hold hands and sing as one, that we will be what we've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. Yes, we're gonna be what we've come here to be. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? Love. What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I did? What if I said? What if I looked around at everything with love? What if I heard? What if I gave? What if my hand reached out to everything with love? What if I'm a beacon of that light that shines in all of us? And what if I'm the only guide some will see? Then I must recognize within His Spirit, and it's only love. And I must be what I've come here to be. And I know the first step begins within me. What if I felt perfectly whole? What if my heart opened to everything with love?
Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izuku and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
It was showing sound that.
Oh, wait.
Just-
No, now it looks like it.
Does it look like it? Are we having sound yet?
Oh, maybe let the last one catch up.
We got sound?
Yeah,
Okay, can you
So-
do something though? I'm looking at a white screen.
Oh, I'll leave that there?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we're good.
There you go, thank you. All right, let's try that again. Good
Well,
morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Abby, for letting us know about our sound.
Yes, we need to have a
Okay.
sound on this one because
Yes.
this is our 3-year anniversary.
It is our 3-year anniversary.
Congratulations to you.
Congratulations to you.
So excited that we've had something to say for the past 3 years.
I know, it has been an amazing iteration, you know, from where we're located in the room we're in to our
Mhm.
hairstyles. Thank you for following us for 3 years.
I just want to know what that hairstyle is going to be next.
Yeah,
I think
we don't
that's
know
what's
what
happening.
2026 brings.
We don't
You
know.
We
But
don't.
did you think we'd be? I don't know what we thought.
I
didn't
know I didn't think.
I wasn't thinking, well, we'll be doing this for. this
Yeah,
many-
I have no
We
idea.
just stepped forward and went.
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. We didn't even know that we would stay here.
Yeah, we didn't know anything that would happen.
Right, yeah. this
I think
was-
we thought it would get bigger faster.
We definitely thought it would be bigger, faster.
Yes.
Yes.
And I don't mind. I kind of love how we are too. So I love
Yeah.
every part, which is perfect for what we're talking about today.
Yes, yes,
Perfect
absolutely.
topic of what's the
Yeah.
topic? I celebrate the present moment as my greatest teacher.
Yes,
So it's actually
So-
very fitting. Of course.
Yes.
Of course. it
of
is.
course,
Just
right?
lines up.
Which is kind of funny because these journals and topics are done a year in advance, which we
Mhm.
should have soon, right?
We do already. Yeah.
We do? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it just has to get.
We should
fitted.
talk more.
Well, she's good at sending Marco Polos, which I guess, if you don't know what a Marco Polo is, I didn't know either until she introduced me to it, and it's so cool.
It's a
an
video
app,
text.
it's a video text, and every time I get one, I'm like, oh, I'm all excited to get one. I'm not as good as giving them, but it's very exciting to grab and get one of those and just have somebody talking to you. It's so cool.
It
So
is.
yes, we do
Yeah.
need to talk more, even if it's through the Marco Polo. But yes, we do have the journal. We have all the topics for next year. The journal has been done, and now it just needs to get uploaded so they can get printed.
Yay!
And it's very exciting. So they'll
It
be ready.
is. It is
They'll be
very
ready.
exciting.
Yeah.
So when will they be ready? When we're talking about the beginning
I
of the
think
year?
by this week I'll have them uploaded. And it just takes a couple weeks, I think, to get them in our hot little hands. So before the end of the year, I would hope,
Okay.
because then I would like our
Yeah, I would
writers
really
to
like
have
us to
their
be able to
journals
have.
before the year starts.
Well, I'd
So
like
they're
us to be able to have
Oh,
it
you want
before
one?
the journal.
Oh, I
Year
guess we
starts
should
as
have
well.
one.
I'm weird like that too. I'd like to know what we're talking about next year.
And it's going to be very. These are ones that we made.
Right.
Very, which is pretty cool. I really like this machine, but oh, it's going to be so much better having them printed.
to have a real,
like a
to
book.
have a real book.
I know, it's pretty cool, so cool.
Very awesome.
Yeah, so as we've always been, we are here at the home of Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington's classes, her practice, her office space here, and it's called unleashyourlife.us. She's been so gracious to donate this space to us every Sunday, and
For the last 3 years.
the last 3 years, and she seems to keep letting us do that. So we are still going to be here
we
for
are
a while.
Still here.
Yes.
And if you're in the Phoenix area and want to know where that's at, it is 7220 North 16th Street, Building A1. You'll know that because the girls are on the door, and hopefully the landscapers are done. I don't hear anything anymore. And that is Phoenix, Arizona 85020. And speaking of Michelle, we just had our Best Year Yet holiday party, and it was an amazing time Friday
That's
night.
a year-long class.
That
you
is
guys
a
take.
year-long class and workshop and mentoring, and we have some new people entering this year. Now we're going into 4.0, and I have been doing it since the beginning, so I've been doing it for 3 years. And I will say that this last year was really the glue year for me. And I know that some people in my prayer pod, no, it's not called that. It's just a pod, your support group.
Yeah.
And my pod also had a lot of things come together for them this year. So this year was really something that helped me get grounded in my principles and where I want to go with different aspects of my life. And I am so excited about 2026 to see where that year takes us. So there is still room. If you're interested, please go to unleashyourlife.us and look for Best Year Yet to sign up now.
Yes, and I know that everybody who's taken that loves it. So,
Yes.
and of course, it's with Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington. So, what more could you ask for, really? And every year is different. So
Every
it's not
year
the
is different.
same. It's
Yeah,
all
it's
new.
based on everybody that's in there. So
Mhm.
the classes are, the monthly workshops really are based on the group. And she asked in the beginning what it is that we're looking for. And like this last year, we actually have, as part of the people in our group, somebody who's a professional grief coach. And she was someone who came forth in the year to do one of the workshops because so many people had lost loved ones, had lost, pet partners, and so the aspect of grief was really coming up in that group. So she stepped forward to do that, and she's
That's
somebody I'd love to
awesome.
have on the sofa
I
at some
love
point
that.
too. Yeah,
Who is that?
Jillian.
Nice.
Yes.
So we'll have,
We'll
nice,
have
so we'll
Jillian
have
in.
her.
Yeah.
We will, well, if she says
If she
yes.
says yes.
But we haven't had anybody say no to us yet on the sofa, have we? Not that I've asked.
Remember last week, somebody did
Yeah, but
confess.
she said yes. I'm sorry, she doesn't count.
Yeah, no, she confessed that the reason she said was because she hadn't been here yet to know what it was all about. So sometimes we understand that people have fear.
Right, well,
Around
yeah,
it,
because like,
yeah.
we don't script anything.
Yeah.
And you just, but once they do it, they go, oh my gosh, that
That's
was
so easy.
an amazing experience.
bring
And we
the
wanted to
easy
make
button.
it like that.
Yes.
We don't want to add more stress to our lives every week. We
No.
want to come here, and be
Yes.
excited and full of joy to be here. So maybe that's why we've lasted
That could be.
3 years
yeah,
now, right? And
because
we're
it's
going
not
into our
stress.
4.0.
Yeah, we
I'm
are
excited
going into
for our 4.0.
4.0.
This one says 3.0.
Nice. So are you praying us in today?
I can do that.
All righty.
Let's take that breath in and let it out. Coming into this moment, into this space, into this time, letting everything else just go for now. Anything preceding this time this morning, anything that came up, let's just set it down for this hour that we have together, knowing we can pick it back up. And let go of anything coming just after our time together, knowing that it will still be there. give this time your full presence. Be in this present moment now. As we move into recognition that there is only one. There's only one of us here. There's only God. There's only Spirit, the divine, whatever you call it. There is only one. It is love. It is joy, peace, connection. It is all there is. And each one of us, in our own perfect, unique way, each one of us expresses that love, that joy, that peace, that connection of the one. We are each that expression. As life, as Spirit moves in, as, and through all of us. And so I speak my word from this place of knowing my truth and whose I am. I speak my word for our time together, knowing that as we allow ourselves to be present, as we allow ourselves to let go, to open our hearts and our minds to the ideas, the sharing, the joy, the laughter, whatever comes up, we allow ourselves to be open to anything new or any different way things are shared. We allow ourselves to express, allow whatever comes up for us to be safe, to be in grace, knowing that it is a great teacher. And I'm grateful for our time. I'm so grateful for the divine guidance, the blessings that come from our time this morning. And so I release them into the law of God, knowing that God only says yes. And so I let it go, know and trust that it's already done. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So today, I celebrate the present moment as my greatest teacher. Well, depending on what your present moment brings, I can see it being a very great teacher. Yesterday, I was on an Anson call affiliated New Thought Network, which we're under their umbrella, and Reverend Dr. Ruth Miller did a class on Advent. And, growing up Catholic, I celebrated Advent, and basically I really liked the little Advent calendars that had chocolate. So that was
Yes,
the
that's
fun
why.
part of it, right? That's why I really liked Advent. And then, Reverend Dr. Ruth really went through very many different things about this season, about this 6 to 7 weeks before, actually she went to January 6th Epiphany. So it's like from Halloween time period through the beginning of January, the different holidays that are celebrated throughout the world, in celebration of the end of harvest to the beginning of the new year, the new waiting as
New
the
birth.
snow melts, and for places other than Phoenix, Arizona. That actually, I was saying that this morning. I was like, when they talk about trees losing their leaves, we don't have that here. I mean, a little further north we do,
Yes,
in
north, but not in
Prescott,
Phoenix.
but not in Phoenix. And so that whole going inward, hibernation, being that present moment that we're all in, because even like you have your little blanket on,
Without the
it's
blanket,
chilly for
it's
us
chilly,
here in
yes.
Phoenix. It's under 70 degrees. We could freeze.
We could freeze.
We don't understand cold here in Phoenix.
And they don't, I could go on about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's a very different thing. And I'm not from here.
I am originally from Philadelphia, where I did grow up with snow. And I'm telling you, after 20 years of being in Phoenix, when it gets under 70, I am cold.
Right,
72 degrees in my house now is chilly,
it is.
but in the summertime, it's
It's
not
hot.
cold
It's
enough.
not cold enough.
So I don't know
But
why.
We don't really understand the,
Yeah.
that's a paradox that happens.
It's a
here,
thin
but
blood thing. I don't know.
we don't know.
Yeah. So just that restorativeness that we're in the world right now, of going through that hibernation, getting cozy, and then, it was just a very lovely teaching that she did, and it is on the Anton website.
Nice.
And it's on, and I believe it shows her website as well. So if you are interested in any of that, please go to antn.org and Reverend Dr. Ruth Miller's Advent teaching. And yesterday was St. Nicholas Day.
Oh, I like St. Nicholas.
And before St. Nicholas Day is Krampus Day.
What?
And so on the 5th is Krampus, and on the 6th is St. Nicholas Day. So this is where that tradition of coal in your stocking or presents come from.
Hello.
So that was she
I
did a
always
whole
got
thing.
presents.
You always got, I did get presents too. However, my grandmother had a coal burning stove.
Oh,
Right, like she had a coal burning house, right, where we
Oh,
got
so
deliveries of
cool.
coal.
So
And
cool.
my uncles were jerks.
oh no.
I'm just gonna say, so sometimes there was coal in my stocking because my uncles were
Oh
meanies.
no.
Yeah, so, I would cry.
Oh, no.
It was horrible. They were so bad.
You gotta have someone in every
They
family though.
they were young, right? When I was born, my youngest uncle was 14. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
were teenagers, to young adults when I was a little girl, and they
So they should have thought that was fun.
yeah, they thought it was
They thought it was
hysterical for me to open up and have coal in my stocking. Thanks, guys. Appreciate ya. So,
Just give them a shout out this morning.
just
Calling you out because she's an adult now and that's
Right.
how we do it.
that exactly.
Right. Oh my gosh, yes. How fun. I love the holiday season. I love having my tree up and having, burning my favorite, candle that I like that makes it smell like the tree is real.
Oh,
And,
the balsam fir candle.
yes, I love that. That makes me feel so Christmassy when I walk around the house. And it brings me present. Like I could just sit in that room and look at the lights and just sit in the moment and just be still. And if I have a great teacher right now, my great teacher is saying to me often, just be still. Can you just sit for a minute? Can you just sit and be still for a second? Right? And Evie's laughing. Evie's like, that's so funny. Yeah, mine doesn't say that, no. But I had some opportunities to do things yesterday. It would have required me a lot of movement and doing things. And I thought, there's that part of me that kept saying, or you couldn't. Nobody says you have to do that. Why do
Right.
you constantly feel the need to all this? Maybe you don't do that. You don't have to do that. What's the timing? And I just didn't do it. And I wound up doing some other things with my husband, but it was much more lower key. And that felt good. There was a part of me that had that FOMO happening, but it faded. And I realized that that's like some of the messaging I've been getting lately is, can you just sit still for a minute? I don't think we do a lot of that. And then that's when we can hear what our great teacher is trying to say to
Right.
us. If you never stop and you never sit still, I don't think you hear what's really meant to be heard. Keep moving.
I totally can feel that, that resonates, especially yesterday. So yesterday, it wasn't the cable guy, it was the dishwasher guy that I was waiting 4 hours for.
So that's why you sat still
Yeah,
yesterday.
so I got a window of 3 to 4, or 3 to 7.
That is
So-
ridiculous.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. There's your afternoon. And I have a routine. So on the weekends, when I don't have to do it all in an hour, I take longer,
I'm still not drinking water while I'm exercising, true, but you know.
Uh-oh.
I drink my coffee and I'm on my bike and I do my yoga and I do that. And then I like putter around the house for things to do. But since they were coming to replace and remove my dishwasher, there were kitchen things I had to do, right? So I had to clean out and put away and then didn't want to run the bad dishwasher, right? So I washed all these dishes by hand, right? Because I couldn't leave them in the sink until the dishwasher came. I didn't want that mess type thing. So, and in between time, I was sitting and watching a show, right? So I would do little things, and I loved how you were talking about the lights, because that's another thing that this season really is always about. I don't care what your particular brand of religion is, right? It's December is the season of lights.
Yes.
Whether you're
So beautiful.
Christian, Jewish, Wiccan, it doesn't matter. This is our season of lights. So I had gotten these little fairy light things. So now I was putting them up all
I
over
love
the
fairy
place.
lights.
There was I don't even know. There's 12 of them, I think, these little. So I'm putting them in jars. I'm
Yes.
wrapping them around my drum. I got the lights in the kitchen windows, right? Because I'm waiting. I'm just waiting.
So now your
waiting.
house is fully decorated.
Yeah, so our tree's this big, right? This is how big our tree
Oh,
is. So
yeah.
they're all over the trees.
That's a baby
Yeah.
tree.
So I just have, yes, it's a cat tree, and they've already knocked it
Cat
down
tree.
once. It's on another drum, and
Yeah.
they actually make trees that hang upside down from your
Oh, that would be
ceiling,
worse.
right? I mean,
What?
well, because cats are something
They
else.
are vicious.
They love trees.
They would
I
And
love it. It's
Yeah.
like you put up a bunch of toys for me. Thank
exactly.
you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Do not have glass ornaments if you have a cat.
No, you can't
You'll be
do that.
cleaning that up. Yeah. And
They always hit those.
as we learned, and I have tons of pictures of our cats that have been in, the Christmas tree. When the boys were here, we would go and pick out a real tree. Now that they're not living with us, we have this tiny little tree that we hide from the cat, so it's a good idea. But yeah, so I put up lights and sat down and watched, and I read some of my Ernest Holmes seminar lectures for my class, and the present moment was definitely about really embracing the light, besides the fairy lights, but really embracing the light, and the candles being lit, and just I felt so cozy in my home yesterday because of that, even though I was waiting.
That's so good.
And then my honey brought me Chipotle for dinner, and it was so good. So it was just
It was a red letter day.
yeah, it was just
Probably a red letter
beautiful. Yeah, wonderful.
day. Well, true. You heard her give a shout out to you a second ago that she's still not drinking water when she's on the trip.
No, I'll drink water here though. But
I just want to make sure you heard that. Mhm.
Well, no, I have.
And I want to say real quick, because I meant to say it before we prayed in, totally forgot, but I want to thank Trey Davis, my now 18-year-old, for being with us here on the sofa in that early first year, helping work out all the kinks, figuring stuff out, figuring out the sofa, figuring out how to get us all, it was so many different little things, and I don't think he loved it, but I appreciated him being here.
and I think
He's not a morning person for sure. Even though we're at 11:11, he's
Yeah.
that's just
and I
still.
think he was only paid in one stop as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
probably.
I
He
think
loved it.
I didn't think
We'd
we had-
actually paid him, but he used it for that.
Oh yeah,
That's probably
so
all he used it for.
Yeah.
Went straight to one stop.
one
every day.
stop.
We loved it. And then, of course, the twins. Once Trey got a regular job, he was like, "Yeah." So I started a new job, and I said, "I'm not doing the church anymore." I said, "Oh, excuse me. Thanks for the notice." Like,
We apparently don't require 2 weeks.
I
so.
guess not. Good Lord. But luckily, I've got 2 spares.
Yeah, thanks for having children.
You're welcome. Yes, and they were more than happy to earn some money. So one thing about all my kids is they all like the green stuff, and they
Yeah.
like to be able to buy their own things. And so if it pays money, they're in. And so we picked up Lyric and True, who share the role, so they don't have to come every Sunday, which I think is nice. I mean, I think for when you're young, it's hard. That's one of your only days off, so you want to
Right.
sleep in. So they share this role, and I think they both do a great job. I really appreciate True. Got the camera working today, and I couldn't, so he's very technical and very helpful with that. Lyric made our cookies today for our 3-year celebration, and but I want you to know that we really appreciate you guys. We kind of told Lyric last week, but we really appreciate that you get up and that you're here on your Sundays and that you understand all this stuff and you set up and you're a pleasure to be with. So just want you to know that.
Most times you're a pleasure to be with.
I love you.
Oh, we do. We love you.
Oh,
Thank you. I just wanted you to hear that.
yeah, they, you know, I mean, it's one thing coming from mom, but
Yes.
I absolutely so enjoy them, and
Especially when he chimes in.
yes, and that's where we were, you know, kind of teasing him because the last time he was here, he forgot his earpods to be, you know, to tune us out, right? 'Cause why are you gonna listen to us?
Who would do such a thing?
And you know, I said, well, I might have to pay Lyric to hide your earpods so you can participate because you can just pay me.
Oh my
So I
gosh,
was like
he's
going to
so
give him a
smart.
$10 raise,
So
so
smart.
so he could take his earpods and participate.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, but you have a lot to say. You have a lot to say. The other, I would say a couple weeks ago, we were in the kitchen and he says, Mom, I think I believe, and he started telling me this, and we talked about that.
Mhm.
All these thoughts that he had, and even though some didn't exactly line up with me, you know, and of course you love for your children to be like, yes, I believe, just like, I really enjoy being able to explore thoughts with him and what he's thinking, and he's got his own mind, and he's very interesting. And so when he does share, when we've had classes he shared, he does share, and we're all like, wow, that was really great,
Yeah.
True. So we really appreciate that. So yeah, we'd love for you to forget those.
$10.
There you go. I'm just saying, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Let's do it. You have to come be up here and you be a part of it. And yes.
Yeah, it's on TV.
I mean,
It's
we're
like
recorded as
official.
ASL.
Like, you know, they're gonna hold you
Oh, look how
accountable.
fast
Look at
we're
him, he's like,
He's like, I got a girlfriend. I got Christmas presents.
right,
to
he's
buy."
got stuff to do.
I've got
money.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've talked about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Perfect for my mom.
exactly.
I just told her in the car today. I said, hey, just so you know, I'm out of that perfume you guys got me last year. So it lasted a whole year. That's a good.
There
that's
you
the same-
go.
Same one. I want the same thing. He's like, oh, okay. Because I'm sure he's like, girlfriend, this much, what, dad,
Right.
mom, like, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah, Dad too. And
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
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 Look, he has to
It's
make a,
rough,
he has to
man.
make a list now, yeah.
It's a tough deal.
It is.
Two
And that-
siblings.
That's why it's always good when people move away. Right? And be like, yeah,
I can say something later. I'll just say it.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, have you
When I
guys,
see you, I'll give you your present.
have you seen the TV commercial for DoorDash and Christmas?
No.
What?
Okay, so it is this little kid and he gets this thing and from his parent or from Santa, sorry.
Oh,
He gets this thing from Santa and it says Santa needs 2 more business days. And he goes, what are business days, right? Because he wants this bike.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it is so funny, but it's a DoorDash thing where they will pick it up and bring it. So like there's a ding dong and he's like, Santa? And mom
Oh my
goes, sure. You
Sure.
know, and I just thought it was so cute. But I love that, you know, we can send things
That is so
to
bad.
people
Isn't
quickly,
that
you know,
crazy? I
just
know.
in case you forget, you know.
Just
I
in
love that.
case, people.
Is it Christmas? No, I thought this was yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, Christmas was yesterday. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening in my house because that will never happen. They know
Right.
exactly what day that is.
Yeah.
Uh,
how could
yeah.
you forget?
All right.
Right? It's the same day every year.
Yeah.
I mean, hello. Yeah.
Thanksgiving's, a little bit.
Right. I-
Right, Thanksgiving changes the date, but Christmas stays the same day. Yeah.
So we all know.
It
There's
is,
no excuse.
you know, and there's the thing about, you know, even though we're talking about preparing for the present moment being the great teacher. You know, when we're in the present moment, we are someplace that has neither expectation or regret. Because
when you're right here, right now, everything's happening, everything all at once, right? That great movie. Where we are grounded and present and in the breath of the divine atmosphere. There is nothing else. And then it's hard to stay in that moment, right? Because we're thinking about our Christmas list and our Christmas cards. Do we have, I don't do Christmas cards anymore because I forgot too many times. So I was just like, forget it. This is not my forte. Okay then, but like that expression of love that Christmas brings for those we care about, right? Because that's why we want to give a gift. We want to give a gift to someone and say, hey, I am thinking about how amazing you are in my life and what you bring to my life. And this is just a small token of that.
Nice.
So yeah, we recently bought ourselves a little gift as well, besides our dishwasher. And
What was it?
we bought a TV.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got a new TV.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And it got delivered to our neighbor.
Oh.
And right.
TV?
Right.
Christmas?
And
Aw,
and
thank
it was
you.
it was so funny because in our mail, which I only pick up the mail once a week, in our mail we had her credit card that got. She goes, I've been waiting for days for this, and I go, sorry, I only pick up my mail once a week. So yesterday I went over and I said, well.
Exchange?
Yeah, I said, I know you had a bigger gift come, but here's what I got for you. And she just laughed. She goes, at first I thought somebody sent me a TV.
Oh.
And she goes, somebody obviously doesn't realize, and she lives in an RV.
Oh,
And she
no.
goes, somebody who obviously doesn't realize how big my home is. Right? She said, I thought, who? And then I saw the name and realized it wasn't mine, right? And it was just so cute that she was like, I thought somebody sent me a TV, this gift, right? And how excited she was, even though it wasn't going to fit her space. And I think about that present moment experience, that 1 second where you're like, oh, this is for me.
Yes.
We participated Friday night in a white elephant. Oh my goodness, wasn't that fun? It was so fun. Yeah. There was a chicken shredder that nobody would take. Right? It was funny. Like nobody wanted the chicken shredder, so it was going to go on and on. Finally, Michelle took it. So yeah, it was funny. But when we would get the gifts, and some of them were just so. Oh, there was a candle. I want that. That candle. It was like this big, and it smelled. And Michelle goes, "What's it smell like?" And I'm like, "Dreams at a beach." It really was. It was the best smelling candle ever.
What'd you end up getting?
I don't know. I didn't get it.
What'd you end up getting in the end?
I got like a hand thing. It looks like a hand, and then it had the eyeball in it, and it says "Peace and Love." The Hindu hand thing.
Yes.
It's like I want to say a spoon rest, but I have it in my bathroom for jewelry, right?
Okay.
But so, and then Tagoda got a candle that is shaped like an ornament, right? And this is, it's like, it's gorgeous. Yeah. And it's like a glass ornament and the top comes off. So yeah. So, but it was so much fun because at one point Dakota did have the big candle.
I was like, candle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dakota had the big candle, but she was only the first person to steal it. Yeah. So, but it was so much. Yeah, it was so much fun to just see the expression on people's faces, to get the gift and be in that moment of, especially like afterwards when somebody, it would be the next person's turn. Are they going to steal it? Are we going to share?
Everybody holds their breath the whole time.
Whatever you got is better than the chicken shredder.
It was, yeah. I did not want a chicken shredder. Yeah, I mean,
Real question.
So would do
I don't know, but
Oh yeah, true.
Tacos.
Oh,
Yeah.
I totally need
But
a
you could
chicken
do it
shredder.
2 floors.
right? You could. I mean, in their defense, obviously they
It was a
probably.
white elephant.
Yeah, it was a white elephant. In their defense, though, right? Like what Dakota just said, tacos. right? Because I do eat a lot of chicken and I mean, so if somebody had gotten me a chicken shredder, I'd be very grateful for it. But would I give up my candle for it? No.
No.
Right.
No.
Not with the beach scented
Yeah,
candles.
that, you know, like, and
Beach and
my
greens,
hands,
like,
no,
no.
I wasn't giving up my stuff for the chicken shredder, but that was hysterical. We were gonna be there all night. And then we had a little concert that we got to be in the present moment because we are so blessed in Beth Joliet to have two of the most amazing singers in our group. We have Marcy and Cerise.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's a good time right there.
right,
That's reason enough.
they
Yeah.
sang beautiful Christmas
Aw.
carols and stuff, and that was just so much fun. Yeah.
I love that.
So, and they're both at different spiritual communities today, or else I would have grabbed them for us.
I
Yeah.
love that. I have two things come to my mind, but I'll do one and then see if I still want to do the other one. But I remember being a little girl, and I may have told you this story before, but I don't think I've shared it on the sofa before, even in 3 years. But when I was a little girl, and I think a lot of us think about Christmas, and it is about all the presents and all the gatherings and the food and the this and the that. And I remember one year, I was really little because we were still in the apartment, and my sister, Jennifer, so I must have been probably 5, I would assume, because my sister Jennifer was a baby, and I'm 4 years older, so she was probably around 5. And my parents didn't have any money. My mother was staying home, taking care of her. And so they didn't have the money for Christmas. And they didn't know what to do about that. They didn't have the money for a tree. And they just didn't. My mother, that's her favorite holiday, so it was really stressful for her. So they decided that they would tell me about it. And I can still remember, now when you're 5 years old, you're kind of young for memories. But I think I remember this so much because the stress of her telling me. So she sat down like you with my dad behind her, and she kind of leaned over. Do you remember the story? Have you telling the story before? No. And she leaned over, she says, honey, she's so serious. My dad's rubbing her back the whole time while she's trying to tell me. I'm thinking,
Oh no.
something bad. And she tells me, she said, we're not going to have money for Christmas this year, sweetheart. Is that okay? And I was like, okay. And I said, okay. And she said, so there's not going to be a tree. And I don't know that you're going to get presents, because Mommy hasn't been able to work. And she's trying to explain. So remember, I'm only 5. Like, so funny how people think, what does she think of it? But anyway, so she's saying the whole thing. And I looked at her and I remember saying, and this was genuine from my gut, was just like, but can we still do the cookies? Because every year my mother worked. So every year at Christmas time, she stayed home with me and made cookies with me one day. And I love that time with her. And she looked at me, she goes, and I remember she just started crying. She goes, of course, honey, of course we can make the cookies. And I remember that so much because I don't know what the whole big deal at the time. I couldn't understand all of that. I was worried about the time and being in that time with her. And I think to myself, I celebrate the present moment as my great student. My mother and I talked about that situation many times as the years went on, and how she at that moment was taught very quickly what was important. That for a little girl, the tree wasn't important, the presents weren't important, it was time with her that was important. And she hadn't even considered that. She thought that it would have been all these other things that she spent so much of her energy creating to create this experience for me. And all I wanted, could we still make our cookies? And I think that solidified my place in her heart, just in that moment. And I tell that story, and I always have to add this because I think it's hilarious. So years later, they did that with my sister, Jennifer. And of course, Jennifer didn't have the same response. Which
Jennifer was upset about the
She was
tree, huh?
really mad. What do you mean I'm not having Christmas? Jenny down the street's gonna have Christmas. What are you saying I can't? Like, so she lost it.
What- what's the Mr. Cookie?
Sister.
Different personality. But I always tease her because I said, and you really solidified my place as the golden child in that moment. Like she made sure, like it was signed, sealed, and I was there forever with that moment because she didn't act like that. And here I am like, oh, just make me, clean off my halo a little bit more. Let me just sit here while she ruins everything. So, so that's just different personalities.
Right.
But honestly, if she really were to think about it, she's just a little girl. If she really thought about it, I think my sister would say the same thing because both of us have a tiny thing. And so what I would encourage everyone to realize is that wherever you are, if you're able to spoil your loved ones or if you're not, most of us don't really care about that stuff. It's nice. But the genuine people in your life, if you only have time to give or a phone call to give or a little note or a Marco Polo to give, like, come on. Like most of us would be like, thank you. That's so sweet. And
Right.
understand it. It's nice to get the gifts. Who wouldn't like that candle?
Right.
But it's okay. And to give ourselves some grace if we can't do that stuff all the time. Like I think that moment with my mom was such a big teacher of what's important and what we should be focusing on.
Right. We have, when 2020, put everybody home.
Yeah.
Zoom became this huge thing, right? For work, but also for classes and online experiences. And we did, my family, we did an online Pop-Tart gingerbread house making thing
Pop-Tarts?
together with Pop-Tarts. So we are doing that again this year because the great-grandchildren, my mother's great-grandchildren are in Texas, my daughter and her sons, and then my nephew and his daughter and son, they're in Oklahoma. So, and my mom's in Florida, and the rest of us are here in Arizona. So to have us all together, we're gonna do it Christmas Day, to have us all together, and we're gonna do Pop-Tart gingerbread houses. And even in the text, the kids were the kids that, not the little ones, the 30-year-olds. They're all like, can we have frosting? Are we allowed to? I'm like, go crazy. Do whatever you need to do. Yeah, like, And so I wound up buying gingerbread awards.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
little award things like for most creative and stuff. Yeah. So we're even having a little contest thing. And the reason I brought that up was because about the time together. Like we can't be physically together, but this I feel will be really fun. And then in January, Dakota's family, who is all here, we do a crazy white elephant one that is amazing, and it's such a good time to be. But again, it, like you were saying, it is about the time together, not necessarily the gifts. I mean, some of the gifts that we've gotten from Dakota's one have been, we got a cat tree, that was the big one and we left with it. Some MREs. I mean, so sometimes the things, the meal,
Wow.
the ready
Yeah,
meals,
for,
yeah.
wow.
So we have a box of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was like the big one everybody was fighting over.
So
So,
MREs?
yeah,
We're
Why do you do
outdoorsy military
Yeah.
people.
yeah, so,
Oh.
yeah, everybody. And everybody has cats, so, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, a few people have a
You,
dog.
you guys were
Well,
going to war. That's why you had to
Yeah.
Oh,
It really was.
there it is, yeah.
yeah, we were like, we fought with like a 12-year-old that
like
wanted it.
punching people for the cat tree. And you got MREs in
Yeah.
the corner,
Yeah,
days.
we were ready. So, what a great time though. Like
So good.
that
So
really
that's the stuff.
is the thing.
That's
Is the
the
time
stuff.
together. Yeah.
And that's, and so, I totally agree. I love that idea. My sister April, they do the fam, so it was her and her husband, and he had 3 children. They're all older now, but they do gingerbread houses each. And then they send pictures out to all of us to vote.
Oh, nice.
So how fun is that, that we
Yeah.
get the pictures and we get to vote, and these are the categories, please vote for the categories and whatever, and I just think that's hilarious, that they are serious about it, like, they're not
My
playing.
mom's the judge on this.
Oh, I
so,
love it.
Yeah, so
It's
I'm
fun.
sure no matter what, the greats are gonna win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gotta be careful with that, yes,
Yeah.
gotta let the greats win.
The greats will win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I was gonna tell you guys, something that I love to share, and I don't think I've shared it either, was the gift of time. Have I shared that before? I ever told you that?
Yeah, you know, I don't remember what I had for dinner yet.
Stop
Well, I
it.
did remember yesterday's dinner, but the day before, so it was Chipotle, yeah. So, yeah, so maybe you haven't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The gift of time.
I'm older than you, remember?
It's true. It's true, but not much. I think the gift of time, celebrate the present moment as my greatest teacher. I think the gift of time is such a great tool for this, and you usually do it with little people, but you could do it with anybody. Remember, we used to give you guys the gift of time. Do you remember the gift of time?
Like elves or something.
Oh, seriously.
Oh, yes, the elves.
Little kids, the little kids in your lives.
The little people.
So because we had Lyric and True and Trey, and then you had Jordan, who was closer to the adult age, and myself and the kids, their dad. So you had 3 grown-ups, 3 littles, and we would do the gift of time. And us 3 grown-ups gave the littles a gift of time. And then, so it was 20 minutes each kid, and then we would rotate.
You could say kids, you know. I think whenever
No, you
I
guys
hear-
were always called the
whenever,
littles.
whenever I
when you
hear
were little.
littles, I think Oompa Loompas are elves.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
Christmas time. I think
No,
Especially
that's
now
what I
that the
told you
look-
guys, you were
but
littles, they're not
Now the
little anymore.
littles are like 6
They're
foot
big
tall and,
We're
yeah.
gonna call them big ones now. But when you were little, so it goes like this. These are the specific rules, and it took your dad a little bit of time to get, because it's really hard if you're used to controlling the narrative. And that's what happens with kids all the time, is that the adults are always controlling what we're doing. This is not the same thing. This is a gift of time to where the little controls the time. So you just go up and go, okay, what are we doing? It's our 20 minutes, what are we doing? And they can take your hand and lead you to whatever.
Now you can tell the difference between moms and grandparents. Because grandparents, we always let the littles enjoy it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they
so
take us to, yeah, we do everything the littles
want.
make us do.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Like, he would always take you and play Legos. He
I
always
love
wanted to build
Legos.
Legos, so he
I
would
love
take you, and he
Legos.
was so excited for Legos. The first time we ever did it, your dad had Trey first, and then he said, okay. So he grabbed Trey, he said, come on, let's go outside. I go, no. Trey, and Trey's like this. Like, what am I, I don't know, am I allowed to do it? I said, no, he gets to pick, yeah, I know, we're gonna go. I'm like, no, you don't even get to pick where you go. He takes your hand, he takes you. And your dad was like, well, okay, well, I just thought, I'm like, no, it's not you though, it's him, his gift of time. And then Trey, I could see his face, like the little devilish, like,
The
like,
little
oh,
devilish
I
ideas.
see what's going on here. Yeah, and he took your dad all over the place, because he was wild. But yeah, that was fun. So but you can do it with anybody. You can say, hey, I want to give you the gift of my time. And so I'd like to do something you want to do. And here are the parameters. Maybe you have money to spend. They can spend it how they want. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's like, it has to be something that doesn't cost any money. Maybe it's whatever your parameters are, but you have a gift of my time. Our time is precious.
Yes.
We are precious. That's when I work in my business, the most expensive thing to have is my one-on-one time. So my courses, my group class, whatever else, that's all, it's the more that is shared, more people that share it, the cheaper it is. But the more it gets to where it's just me and you, that's when it's most expensive, because now you're monopolizing my time and I can't do anything else. So that's how to me, that's a very valuable gift for someone to give you. And then if you, as the person being the giver, can stay in that present moment and watch this other person and how, maybe what they tell you, maybe what they show you, like, that's such a teacher. Like, you'll learn so much about them if you are fully present, and they get to do whatever they want to do. They get to take you somewhere or show you something or whatever it is, play a game with you. How fun is that, just to let that moment be a teacher about this person?
I love this idea.
Yeah.
And I know
encourage
that you
everyone
used
to
to
try
take
that.
your littles on dates and stuff.
Yes,
I
do
remember it
dates,
saying,
yes.
and you'd be like, oh, well, it's Drew's date night,
Yeah.
whatever. So,
Especially if I was going out of town, they all got a
Yeah.
date with me because I hated leaving them.
Yeah.
It was very stressful for me and I always felt awful. So then they each got a date night. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Sure like to go get ice cream and stuff.
Yeah.
You like to eat.
That's a good
eat.
date night. I'm a big fan of eating. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
you guys would have fun together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
it.
he's
Yeah.
fun. Likes
Yeah.
loves food. He's a foodie.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A good cook
Oh
too,
my-
I might add.
Oh my goodness. So speaking of food, I've got to
Oh,
share.
let's talk about food.
So, I'm low sugared,
Yes.
okay? But at Friday night's event,
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
somebody made, right? No, Janice made this stuff. So it's called, all right, you know how Pirate's Booty is?
Yes.
That type of puffed
Oh.
thing. So it's not Pirate's Booty. It's not a cheese one. It's one that's a butter one. And then it was dripped with white chocolate.
Oh. So it's not your fault, it's her fault.
It's
It
her
was
fault. Thank you,
so
son.
It's not your fault.
No,
No.
It was not your fault that you weren't the one that made it and brought it.
no, I was
So,
not the one
It's
that
not
made
your
it or
fault
bought
for
it.
eating it.
Right. I saw it immediately, took a piece, and I was like, "Who made this? Where did it come from?"
I'm taking the rest
Oh
home.
my goodness!
Can
Yeah.
you give me another batch?
Oh, it was so good. Everybody loved it. I was like,
It's gone.
okay, this is something I am going to take for potlucks from now on.
Right.
Like, this was so good. I didn't eat too much of it.
You were gonna crack up at the Instagram I sent you this morning.
Oh,
Did
yeah?
you see it already?
No.
It's the one where the woman, they're having this little office party, and it's like when something about when office snacks go wrong or office treats go wrong or something like the Christmas tree, whatever. And the one boss comes in, she goes, oh yeah, who brought the chocolate covered pretzels? Who did that? And she goes, well, actually, they're not chocolate, they're chocolate covered pretzels, but then there's got this and it's got that on it with this. She goes, right, I know. And now my whole day, basically, her whole day is ruined. Everybody's days are ruined. No one's gonna work. Everyone's gonna be thinking about how do I get another one of those? And she goes on and on. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true. I'm sending that to
Yeah.
Jeannie.
That is.
That's how it is. Like now I can't get my mind off it. I'm gonna be thinking about it all day. I
All
won't get any
day.
work done.
Yeah.
All because of you. And I think her name was Janice.
Of course, it's the Janice.
It must be a Janice thing.
It's the Janice thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was really good. It really was a great party. I didn't know that was going to be my topic today about my greatest teacher, but
It could be.
that's what it was. It was
It's
a
good
great,
thing.
that's one of those things that, parties are a hard thing to stay in the present
Yes.
moment, right? But the older I get, the easier it has become,
Yeah.
And as we were driving home at the, midnight hour, actually it was 10 o'clock, but, that's so late for
That's a
me.
good hour for you.
6 p.m. comes, I'm like, man, is it midnight? That's what happens when it starts to get dark. I was just thinking about, again, this season and how much the celebration and the gratitude comes forth in this time frame,
Yeah.
It's a good time. And I'm like really enjoying this season. We're actually going to a little concert this afternoon that I won tickets to for the
Which
Phoenix,
is so cool.
the Phoenix Boys Choir. So, that was just, an amazing little thing
I
there.
love that.
Do you want to come? I have 4 tickets. I mean, I have 2 more tickets.
Really?
Yeah.
I consider it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
There you
Where is
go.
it?
Brophies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it
Cool.
like soon, so I don't have
But
to
you
go
wanna
and
go-
come back?
You don't have to go home and come back.
Oh.
No, it'll be after this. Yeah.
That's what I was, what am I gonna say about that? Well, and totally off topic for just a second, but I want to give a shout out to Dakota because she makes these most beautiful wood projects, right? And she sold a bunch.
Oh
I was
yeah.
saying, what a great Christmas
Yeah.
gift. We need to post some of these things in
Yeah.
case you all need a Christmas gift because she's like an amazing artist and she makes beautiful boards and jewelry. What are you calling them? Jewelry boxes?
Yeah. Or
Sure. Or
trinket boxes.
Trinket boxes, yeah, I'm thinking, don't put it just to jewelry, not everybody's gonna use it for that. But yeah, like you guys should post, maybe we'll post some things
Yeah, I'll
in the
share
comments so
the.
that she can,
Yeah.
you
The
guys can
link
check
there.
out her site. I wanna give a shout
Having
out to her.
another fair this coming
See?
weekend. Yeah.
See?
So lots of charcuterie boards and trinket boxes, and they're just beautifully done. And yes, the last week's fair was amazing. give a shout out to Karen Izzy of Conscious Creations out there in Surprise. And she had a beautiful art market, and Dakota was one of the featured artists there. And right across the street from that is What's Happening Art Movement, or WHAM, which Dakota is also a member of. And so that it's a really amazing art conscious community out there that is doing more than just creating art. They're raising consciousness levels. So it's an amazing time period. So yeah, I'll share
I
more
love
of
it.
that.
Yes, be on the lookout for that in our Sofa Sundays feed on Facebook,
Yes.
our Facebook group. Yeah, so yeah, there's so many ways to celebrate the present moment as your greatest teacher. I think you just need to take some time to be still, find ways to be in these present moments, whether it's with somebody else or by yourself, and be allowing for that teaching to show up.
And I know we spoke a lot about happy, joyous things being that way, but I want to tell you about an experience I had Friday where something at work, I didn't check something and I created a whole contract with wrong information.
Oh no.
And this did become a great teacher for me in a couple of ways. One, while I was experiencing this and really wanted to beat myself up for this mistake, I I really did take a deep breath and go, okay, well, it's done now, right? One of the most amazing things Dakota says when we're doing something and we make a lot of wrong turns while driving, and where it might not be the thing we want. She goes, well, we're in it now. And so that has become a motto, being in it now. And that's also one of the great teachers for me, because yes, it could be something that shouldn't be, and then you can complain to yourself or anybody that'll listen of how it shouldn't be like this. But the thing is, it's like this.
It is like this.
So whatever it is already here. How do we move from here? And that was the first thing that came to my mind when I had made that mistake. Well, you're in it now. How are you going to change it? And it kept me from really going down a rabbit hole, to maintain what it is I'm here for. I'm here for experience, right? That's what our lives are about. It's about experience. So that's where I was, and that was my teacher for that day. And, we'll go from there.
Right. Being able to stay present and with what's actually happening.
Right.
Here's what's actually happening, and what's my next move from here? Where do I go from here? Is like,
Yep.
that's the best. And that teacher is always present just to tell you right away, well, this is the next move. It will tell you, but you have to be present to get the right answer.
Right.
Because you can be in the future thinking, and you get answers there too, from your worrying and your fear and your stress. You'll get answers from that too, but they won't be the right ones.
Right.
And the ones from the past, from your inner child, feeling sad, bad, or mad, you can get plenty of moves from there, from your anger. You can get plenty of moves from there, but they won't be right either. You need to be present to get that answer, and that's the move. So the practice and the work is keeping ourselves present.
And it feels good. It
It
feels
does
good
feel
when
much better.
your response isn't, beating yourself up.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's
Give yourself
that's a
some
good thing.
grace.
Absolutely. Grace
We're
is
all
an
in this
amazing
human
thing.
experience together.
Exactly.
Right. Any comments from our people out here? Any thoughts?
No, we're good.
Feeling good?
All right.
Want to pray us out?
I will.
All right then.
Just in this divine sound, in this present moment, the only now there is, knowing and affirming that there is one life, one presence, one divine heartbeat, one breath. And I am one with that, as is everyone here and within the sound of my voice and beyond.
I speak my word knowing that this time together is truly blessed. That this present moment is the great teacher, knowing that as we go forth today, this week, the rest of this year, that we stay truly grounded, present as best we can, knowing that we are divine beings in human form, expressing and loving and being and giving. And in this givingness, we experience the divine. So I send blessings on this time, on leaders and teachers of all faiths everywhere, knowing that they are guided, guarded, and directed. And that each and every person feels the love and the frequency of this divine field of possibility to the best of their ability. I let it go in gratitude, calling it good. And together we say, and so it is.
Oh, thank you. So good. All right, well, there's that.
There's that, yay.
Our anniversary, first week of December.
Woo-hoo!
This year is fast, quick,
Yes.
quickly
Oh my gosh, it's
winding
almost
down,
done.
winding to the end. So it's like, oh my gosh, everybody hang on.
There we
Just
go.
hang on. Grab
Just a
hold of your
couple more
seat.
weeks. We were at week 49, just a couple more weeks
I don't
to
even
go.
know what to do about this. This
Right?
is crazy. Oh my gosh, stop it already.
So if you found this time with us beneficial, please go to beginwithinministries.com where you could make a one-time donation or join us as a spiritual church club partner, which is $45 a month or $75 for a family or a couple. Or if that is not in your realm of possibilities, that's okay. We ask that you like and subscribe right here, right now, and share us with your family and friends.
You can also become a Facebook group member over at Sofa Sundays on Facebook. We would love to have you join us there. We repost our live feeds in there as well and a lot of other stuff. Jeannie's really good about posting some really cool stuff in there. And then we also have our Instagram, Facebook page, or Instagram page too for Sofa Sundays. So just get involved at whatever level you can. Get involved with us. Help us grow. We love building this community. We're 3 years strong, many more to go, and we'd love for you to be a part of it.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next week.
You will. Stay warm.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.